by Beauty and the Beast and 1 supplied by Lee Curtin. The rest of the questions have all been written by me. So let's kick it off then with this for number 1. Which of these acts have had the most UK number 1 singles? Is it Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan, or Status Quo? So which of these acts has had the most UK number 1 singles? Is it Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan, or Status Quo? Answer number 2. How is the movie character Dr. Henry Walton Jones Jr. better known? So how is movie character Dr. Henry Walton Jones Jr. better known? Oh, it's so warm in here. I don't even know what temperature it is up here at the minute, but it is so warm up here. I have to open that window a bit more. Excuse me. Not that that's going to make a blind bit of difference. Oh, too far. Number 3. Which of these is not one of the Masked Singer series? Is it the Masked Singer, the Masked Dancer, or the Masked Actor? So which of these is not one of the Masked series? Is it singer, dancer, or actor? Need to make sure my phone's on silent as well. Number 4, which group had Naughty's hits with Clint Eastwood and Dirty Harry? They were the names of the songs. It wasn't, yeah. You know what I mean. Which group had Naughty's hits with Clint Eastwood and Dirty Harry? Number 5, Dead Reckoning Part 1 is the latest installment in which movie franchise? So Dead Reckoning Part 1 is the latest installment in which movie franchise? Number 6, which female pop group were the Appleton Sisters a part of? So which female pop group were the Appleton Sisters a part of? Never sounds right, that to me. A part of. You know, a part? Part of? Yeah, it never sounds right to me. Number 7, which role did Anne Bancroft play in the 1967 film The Graduate? So which role did Anne Bancroft play in the 1967 film The Graduate? I very nearly gave that away then by quoting a line from said film. I don't think I've given away an answer for a while. It doesn't feel right. Yeah, part of should be better than a part. I'm with you on that. Number 8, in the Yellow Pages adverts, what was the title of the book by J.R. Hartley? Taking you back. So when adverts used to have a story rather than now generic adverts for like the whole of Europe and America where they just dub the nation's like accents over the top or language. Number 9, in the TV show Goodnight Sweetheart, which war did TV repairman Gary travel back to? I'll check it in the break. I'm just doubting whether or not his name was actually Gary now in my head, but never mind. And finally, number 10. Which song knocked Bohemian Rhapsody off the #1 spot in 1976? The title of the song is in the lyrics of Bohemian Rhapsody. Love this question. Can't remember which way round it was because I just put the names at the top of the title. So it was either... Oh, I've lost it. Sheet. Yeah, so it was either Chris from Beauty and the Beast or Lee Curtin. One of those two supplied this question. I love this. What song knocked Bohemian Rhapsody off the #1 spot in 1976? The title of the song is in the lyrics of Bohemian Rhapsody. It was Gary. Thank you, Phil. Thank you very much. That saved me. Yeah, he was called Gary. Okay, round 2, a bit of geography for you this evening, all written by me. So these are my questions for you tonight. And we kick off with this. Number 1, how many countries does the Alps span across? Is it 5, 8, or 11? So how many countries does the Alps span across? Is it 5, 8, or 11? Number 2, how is the island that is politically divided by Malaysia, Brunei, and Indonesia known? I don't think I've worded that very well. I'll have a think about that. How is the island that is politically divided by Malaysia, Brunei, and Indonesia known? Really awkward if there's another island that's this way out as well. We'll get to that. Number 3, which sea separates New Zealand and Australia? So which sea separates New Zealand and Australia? Number 4, which of these share... Oh, no, hold. Do not... That's the question. I knew. So when I was putting the answers in, I changed a question and I knew it was somewhere. Where's it gone? Bear with me. I can't remember which question it was when I changed it. It is... Oh, Control C. Delete Control. Why won't you delete? Thank you. There. Right. Oh, this computer is annoying me now. Oh, for pity's sake. Right. I'll give you the question. I've lost it now. Geography. Right. So, which of these countries doesn't share its time zone with the UK? And I've just realised you haven't even got the blinking things on there. Right. All right, won't let me paste it. So which of these countries does not share a time zone with the UK? Is it... Where have they gone? Is it Portugal, Ireland, or Algeria? So which of these countries doesn't share its time zone with the UK? Portugal, Ireland, or Algeria? Got there in the end. Number 5. How are the islands of St. Mary's, Tresco, St. Martin's, and St. Agnes better known? Yes, on that previous question, basically, when I was putting the answers in, I realised that, yeah, there's, yeah, I know. I'd put 2, there's 2 in there that share a time zone and 1 that doesn't, and I'd written it the wrong way around, so I changed it on the question, on the answer thing, and didn't change it on the question. We'll get there. Number 6, which 4-letter word appears in the currency names of Cuba, Uruguay, and the Philippines? Yeah, I was hammering Control V. I think it's because I'm on the presentation that it won't let me put it in. But I was hammering Control V. It'll be up on the website in the break if you need it, so don't panic. And the options, so. Number 7, Dawes Point and Milson's Point are connected by which iconic bridge? So Dawes Point and Milson's Point are connected by which iconic bridge? Number 8, which rainforest is said to supply more than 20% of the world's oxygen supply? So which rainforest is said to supply more than 20% of the world's oxygen supply? Those trees have got broad shoulders. Yeah, look at us. We're the biggest suppliers. Yeah, my head's that way out today. So we're doing impressions of trees with broad shoulders. That's what we're up to today. Question number 9. GBM is the International Vehicle Registration Code for which Crown dependency? So GBM is the International Vehicle Registration Code for which Crown dependency? I also had my ears syringed this morning, so everything's sounding really, really funny at the minute. Finally, number 10, how many US states border Mexico? I've put this in because I got this wrong on Tuesday night at the quiz and I'm very annoyed. But how many US states border Mexico? Okay, your final round, and we'll take a break. This comes from Hugh in London. A bit of sport for you this evening. We don't do sport often enough. But Hugh sent this one through. I'm not pushing all F for. Hugh sent this in. Let's do this. Number 1, who scored England's hat-trick in the 1966 Football World Cup final? So who scored England's hat-trick in the 1966 Football World Cup final? Sorry, I've got one eye on, my mother-in-law lives across and their door's open at the minute, so I've just got one eye on just to make sure that she's actually, like, there and not left door open. Train. Number 2, who was the last British player to win the women's tennis singles title at Wimbledon? So who was the last British player to win the women's tennis singles title at Wimbledon? Number 3, in which city was the 1976 Summer Olympics held? So in which city was the 1976 Summer Olympics held? Number 4, what event is missing from this list? British Open, US Open, USPGA, and what? I went all bullseye then. In 1. In 2. Another classic game show that really needs to make a return, I think, personally. But number 5, which pair won figure skating gold for the UK at the 1984 Winter Olympics? Which pair won figure skating gold for the UK at the 1984 Winter Olympics? Number 6, which English women's footballer won the 2022 BBC Sports Personality of the Year award? So which English women's footballer won the 2022 BBC Sports Personality of the Year award? When is their next match? Is it tomorrow? I hope not, because I set off at 7 in the morning. I'm going to miss it. I sat in the car park of the Doctors watching the penalty shootout the other day. Number 7, who famously said in 1996, anyone who sees me go anywhere near a boat again, ever, you've got permission to shoot me. Train. Didn't he then break that anyway? Who famously said in 1996, anyone who sees me go anywhere near a boat again, ever, you've got permission to shoot me. I'm sure he then broke it 4 years later. Did he not? Saturday morning, 11:30. Thank you. Oh, that's fine. As long as I've got a signal, I can watch it in the tent. Number 8, in cricket, what G refers to a ball delivered by a right arm leg spin bowler? The answer to this just reminds me of one of my favourite YouTube content creators called Let's Game It Out. In cricket, what G refers to a ball delivered by a right arm leg spin bowler? I love that. Confirmation. Yes, he did. Thanks, Roxy. Number 9, in feet and... Oh, no, you don't need the inches. In feet, what is the official height from the floor of a badminton net at its centre? Is it 4 foot, 5 foot, or 6 foot? So in feet and inches, what is the official height from the floor of a badminton net at its centre? Is it 4 foot, 5 foot, or 6 foot? I needed to double check this. I did... because I haven't, I'll be honest, the ones that have been submitted, I've not really double checked, but this one just sort of flagged up. I will double check it in the break. I completely forgot I needed to check it. And finally, number 10, in 1980, who was the first overseas player to win the World Snooker Championships? Was it Eddie Charlton? Was it Kirk Stevens? Or was it Cliff Thornburn? So in 1980, who was the first overseas player? I've just remembered I need to do that. Who was the first overseas player to win the World Snooker Championships? Eddie Charlton, Kirk Stevens, or Cliff Thornburn? Thorburn, even. Thorburn. Yeah, one of the stars of Ultimate Pool is coming to the pub, which I play and captain. Poolside. He's coming there in a couple of Tuesdays. I think it's first Tuesday in September. So he's coming down for a few games, so we're going to get to play against an Ultimate Pool legend in a couple of weeks, which will be fun. Right, questions are up on jvpqquestions.com, so head on over there. Lee Curtin, I think it was. Anyway, so yeah, 2 of the questions in this round were from those guys. The rest were from me. Let's kick it off with this. Number 1, which of these acts have had the most UK number 1 singles? It was Status Quo with just 1. Number 2, how is movie character Dr. Henry Walton Jones Jr. better known? It is Indiana Jones. Number 3, which of these is not one of the Masked series? It is The Masked Actor. Although I think that would be quite cool. You know, they have to come on and do like Shakespeare or, you know, something like that. Or, you know, act a scene out from a famous film. You know, I think that would be, I think it's quite a cool idea, that, to be fair. Number 4, which group had noughties hits with Clint Eastwood and Dirty Harry? It was Gorillaz. And I'm happy, feeling down, I got sunshine. You know. Number 5, Dead Reckoning Part 1 is the latest installment in which movie franchise? It's Mission Impossible. Number 6, which female pop group were the Appleton Sisters a part of? It is All Saints. Number 7, which role did Anne Bancroft play in the 1967 film The Graduate? It was Mrs. Robinson. Are you trying to seduce me, Mrs. Robinson? Number 8, in the Yellow Pages adverts, what was the title of the book by J.R. Hartley? It was Fly Fishing. Number 9, in the TV show Goodnight Sweetheart, which war did TV repairman Gary travel back to? It was World War II. Started watching these again because there's so many of these sort of like 90s and noughties comedy series, you know, the little half an hour ones like Outnumbered and stuff. But I've started watching this again, and the first couple of series are really good. If you've never seen it, go and search for it. Finally, number 10, love this question. What song knocked Bohemian Rhapsody off the #1 spot in 1976? The title of the song is in the lyrics of Bohemian Rhapsody. It is Mamma Mia. Here I go again, but obviously in Bohemian Rhapsody, yeah. Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia, let me go, Beelzebub. The devil put aside. I'm moving on to geography then, round 2. These were from me. I wrote these questions. Number 1, how many countries does the Alps span across? It is 8. Yeah, 2 Pints of Lager was a great series. Number 2, how is the island that is politically divided by Malaysia, Brunei and Indonesia known? It is Borneo. Plus I had a thing for Sheridan Smith when that first went out when I was younger, so... number 3, which sea separates New Zealand and Australia? It is the Tasman Sea. Number 4, which of these countries doesn't share its time zone with the UK? So from the options, you had Portugal, Ireland and Algeria. It is Algeria. So yeah, Portugal and Ireland are in the same time zone. So weirdly is the Faroe Islands and Iceland. And I couldn't work out why Iceland was. But it's something like 18 minutes out. I don't know. Number 5, how are the islands of St Mary's, Tresco, St Martin's and St Agnes better known? It's the Isles of Scilly. Number 6, which 4-letter word appears in the currency names of Cuba, Uruguay and Philippines? It's peso. Excuse me. Number 7, Dawes Point and Milson's Point are connected by which iconic bridge? It is the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Number 8, which rainforest is said to supply more than 20% of the world's oxygen supply? It is the Amazon rainforest. I do want to know how they measure that, though. There must be a way to measure it in some way, shape or form, but I'd love to know how they actually measure that. Number 9, GBM is the International Vehicle Registration Code for which Crown dependency? It's the Isle of Man. And number 10, how many US states border Mexico? There are 4. I forgot the big one. So I said I thought there was 3 on Tuesday night. I mean, we got absolutely annihilated on the quiz on Tuesday night, but that's a different story. I thought there were 3 because I forgot the biggest one. So you've got California, Arizona, New Mexico, and the biggest one of the lot, Texas. And I forgot Texas. Sorry, people are coming up with Amazon jokes now. Right, round 3 sport. Who scored England's hat-trick in the 1966 Football World Cup final? It was Geoff Hurst, or Sir Geoff Hurst. Number 2, who was the last British player to win the women's tennis singles title at Wimbledon? It was Virginia Wade. I think probably now, at the moment, women's tennis, British female tennis, I think we're probably in our best position for someone to break that record. Number 3, in which city was the 1976 Summer Olympics held? It was in Montreal. Number 4, what event is missing from this list? British Open, US Open, USPGA and the Masters. Number 5, which pair won figure skating gold for the UK at the 1984 Winter Olympics? It was Torvill and Dean. I don't even know if that's the right one. Moving on. Number 6, which English women's footballer won the BBC Sports Personality of the Year award in 2022? It was Beth Mead. Good luck to the girls for Saturday even. Number 7, who famously said in 1996, anyone who sees me go anywhere near a boat again, ever, you've got permission to shoot me. And then he went and broke it. Sir Stephen Redgrave. Number 8, in cricket, what G refers to a ball delivered by a right arm leg spin bowler? It is googly. And then, yeah, it just reminds me of Let's Game It Out. So he plays loads of different games, as you can tell, Let's Game It Out, in crazy and silly ways. And he always tries to find ways to put googly eyes on different things. It's absolutely brilliant. Number 9, in feet. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to check. Hold, because I don't think I was right on this. It is 5 feet. Okay, there we go. Learn something. Badminton nets are higher. There you go. It is right. Yes, 5 feet. I knew there was something I meant to check in the break. Never mind. Finally, number 10. In 1980, who was the first overseas player to win the World Snooker Championships? It was Cliff Thorburn. Okay, tot your scores up. How are you getting on so far? 10. What link? All of the answers together. So as I say, this comes from Sarah Locke. Thank you very much to you, Sarah, for supplying us with this one. Let's kick it off then with this number 1. Name the band The What Test Dummies. So name the band The What Test Dummies. Number 2, complete the saying, 2 peas in a what? So complete the saying, 2 peas in a what? I've got that band's song stuck in my head now, and I just want to hum it. Number 3, what is the name of a witch's stirring pot? So what is the name of a witch's stirring pot? Number 4, what is the name of a static mobile home? Yes, I know that is completely contradictory in every shape of the word. But what is the name of a static mobile home? Tomorrow, giving our new tent the first run out. Number 5, what is the name of a building that is taller than it is wide? Yeah, a minor problem with this one. If you are watching tonight, Sarah, you didn't put the answer to this, and when I put this into Google, it didn't come up with anything. So I've kind of broken it down and tried to work it out. So I've got an answer for it, but I don't know if it's the answer you were going for. But it does fit with the connection. So what is the name of a building that is taller than it is wide? Number 6, complete the name of the book or film. It's What on the Orient Express? Complete the name of the book or film. What on the Orient Express? Just realised sweating in here because it is really warm because my computer emits quite a bit of power. But windows open, I can't have the fan on, and now I've had a shave. Yeah, anyway. Beard normally hides the sweat. Number 7, what is the name of the furniture designed for sleeping on? So what is the name of the furniture designed for sleeping on? Ron and Sue have, or think they have the connection before we've got to the end, and I've supplied a clue in Discord. I take my metaphorical hat off to you both. Cursor, please. There we go. Number 8, what name is given to a group of musicians? So what name is given to a group of musicians? No, Ben, you only sleep on the sofa when you've upset Vicky. Number 9, what did Polly put on in the nursery rhyme? So what did Polly put on in the nursery rhyme? And as always, question 10, what links all of the answers together? So what links those 9 answers together? Right, let's wrap up tonight's quiz then with general knowledge for you. As always, thanks to Bab in Gateshead and Grace supplying a question each for this final round. The rest of them written by me, but we'll start with this. And I love this question. Thank you very much, Bab, for this. What has oceans without water and deserts without sand? Absolutely love this. What has oceans without water and deserts without sand? Oh, it's one of those questions that you need to think about, and you'll kick yourself when you hear the answer if you don't get it. Number 2, WeChat is the messaging app from which country? So WeChat is the messaging app from which country? I don't know whether it originates from this country. I don't know whether you can get it in other countries. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Number 3, the term porch piracy is defined as the taking of packages from where? Is it the bridge of a ship? Is it outside of a residential or businesses? Or is it a deserted island? Ooh. So the term porch piracy is defined as the taking of packages from where? Is it the bridge of a ship, outside of residential businesses, or a deserted island? I don't know why everyone's suddenly talking in the third person on Discord. Number 4, Packard Bell, Tandy, and Compaq were forerunners of which home systems? Still remember the giddy excitement when... No, can't say anymore. Give too much away. My mum will correct me, but I'm sure we had a Packard Bell. Number 5. Who was the 5th governor of the Roman province of Judea who ordered the crucifixion of Jesus? So who was the 5th governor of the Roman province of Judea who ordered the crucifixion of Jesus? Which reminds me, hello to the former quiz foes, the People's Front of Judea. That was their quiz team name. There you go. My mum's messaged me. We did. I thought we did. Number 6. How is the Bayerisch Motorenwerk AG company better known? I can't pronounce German. I did German at GCSE, but I can't pronounce German. How is the Bayerisch Motorenwerk AG company better known? Number 7. Which French term is used to describe a dead-end street? So which French term is used to describe a dead-end street? Oh, I've just realised my mum's going to shout at me. Oh, no, I can't say anything at the moment. Because it'll give the answer away. I'll tell you why she's going to shout at me in a minute. Number 8, bocconcini. Bocconcini are small cheese balls made of which cheese? So bocconcini are small cheese balls made of which cheese? Number 9, de Havilland DH-106 Comet was the world's first what? So de Havilland DH-106 Comet was the world's first what? Terrain. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, it does. More underground trains that go. And your final question tonight is this. Who was the shortest ruling monarch in England? So who was the shortest ruling monarch in England? Right, there you go. That is all of your questions then for the season. Let's see how you got. Number 1, name the band. It is the Crash Test Dummies. I think is that their only song? Well, it's the only song I remember anyway. Number 2, complete the saying 2 peas in a pod. Number 3, what is the name of a witch's stirring pot? It is a cauldron. Number 4, what is the name of static mobile home? It is a caravan. Number 5, what is the name of a building that is taller than it is wide? It is tower. Number 6, complete the name of the book, film, Murder on the Orient Express. Number 7, what is the name of the furniture designed for sleeping on? It is a bed. Number 8, what name is given to a group of musicians? It is band. Band on the run. Number 9, what did Polly put on in the nursery rhyme? She put the kettle on. She put it on, took it off, put it on, took it off. I think she don't even know if she wanted a brew. And so what links all of those together? They are collective nouns for animals. Yes, indeed they are. Thank you very much to you, Sarah, for that. I quite like that one. So yeah, collective nouns for animals. General knowledge then. Come back. Thanks again to Bab in Gateshead and Grace for 2 of the questions in this final round. Number 1, what has oceans without water and deserts without sand? Maps. I like teasers like that. I really do. Number 2, WeChat is the messaging app from which country? It is China. Number 3, the term porch piracy is defined as the taking of packages from where? It's outside of residential or businesses. Yeah. Number 4, Packard Bell, Tandy and Compaq were forerunners of which home systems? They were computers. And this is what I mean. I think my mum's now going to remember that we had a Packard Bell, and after me revealing, she's still not happy with me revealing how I managed to get high scores on Minesweeper, and it's just going to remind her of that, so she's going to shout at me again. Number 5, who was the 5th governor of the Roman province of Judea who ordered the crucifixion of Jesus? It was Pontius Pilate. Number 6, how is the Bayerisch Motoren Werk AG company better known? It's BMW. Number 7, which French term is used to describe a dead-end street? It is cul-de-sac, which then translates to something completely different as well, but I'll let you go and find that out of your own accord. Number 8, bocconcini are small cheese balls made up of mozzarella. Number 9, de Havilland DH-106 Comet was the world's first jet-powered airliner. Your final question then, number 10. Who was the shortest ruling monarch in England? Why? A lot of people went to me thinking I was after like shortest in terms of height. No, shortest ruling monarch is what Grace wanted to know from the question, and it was Lady Jane Grey. So, tot your scores up then. 50 points available for you tonight, as always. Tiebreaker coming up, so you know the rules by now. Let me put this on screen. So, how deep is Loch Ness in meters at its deepest point? Oh, apparently she's over it now. How deep is Loch Ness in meters at its deepest point? Remember, as always, if you end up like too close together, or if you end up still, needing a tiebreaker, remember rock, paper, scissors is what separates it. What can separate you? I'd love to think that people just go straight to rock, paper, scissors now. No, I'm not doing the tiebreaker. We'll just buy it. Okay, ready? All right, answer then in 3, 2, 1. 220